This is a funny story. They used to, and I don't know if they do this anymore. There would be these guys that would come around to the recording studios and businesses, and they would put a cardboard box out with snacks in it, and it was based on an honor system. So if you took a snack, you put $1 in there, or whatever the price was. And I remember, and you see them in office buildings too, and people are usually pretty honorable. But the funny part of this story is when I worked at TechCom on 1020 North Delaware Avenue, next to us was the Warehouse Recording Studio, and that was at 1030 Delaware Avenue. And those guys were just crazy in there, and it was Obie O'Brien and Lance Quinn, and they were just nuts in there. But one of those guys came and knocked on their door and said, "We'd like to put one of these snack boxes in the studio." And I remember the engineer told him, he said, "Yeah, you don't want to do that." And he said, "Oh, no, it's okay." And he says, "It's not a great idea." He says, "If you took all the snacks and there was no money in there, and I just came back and picked up the box, that's fine." And the guy kept on trying to discourage him, but he kept saying, "No, it's okay. We'll put it in there." So they put the box at the recording studio. And I think about a month later, the guy came, I guess he does his rounds, and he comes back and he picks up these boxes. So he came and knocked on the door, and he says, "Well, I'm here to pick up the box." And he says, "There's no box." He said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, all the snacks were taken, no money was put in, and they threw the box out." And the guy was like, "Oh, I never had that happen before." But the engineer told him, he says, "I told you, don't put it in the studio. This is not a good idea." But that was an interesting story of the warehouse recording studio.